Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. You know that we are discussing the 5th chapter of your biology textbook, that's the human nervous system. Okay? अगर आपको याद होगा मैंने उस टाइम आपको बोला था that nervous system is an organ system and it's made up of specialized cells which are called as neurons. ठीक है? Neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system, means the structure of nervous system is constituted by neuron and the different functions are also possible because of these specialized cells called as neurons. ठीक है? So each and every part of nervous system, whether that's brain, spinal cord or nerves, that's made up of neurons. ठीक है? Neuron is also the longest cell in our body. So let's today study the structure of neuron, as I have tried to sketch the structure of neuron on board. It has 3 important parts. As you can see here, the 3 important parts are cyton, axon and dendron. ठीक है? This first part, that cyton, is here. This part, it's called as cyton. It's also called as cell body. ठीक है? तो इसमें cytoplasm होता है because it is a cell. This whole structure is a cell. यहाँ पे cytoplasm होता है जिसको हम बोलते हैं neuroplasm. So what's neuroplasm? Neuroplasm is nothing. It is the cytoplasm of a nerve cell or neuron. ठीक है? तो बीच में इसको nucleus होता है. ठीक है? As every cell contains a nucleus, so is here. This is nucleus and these dotted structures represent neuroplasm, that is the cytoplasm. ठीक है? तो from this cyton arise some short fibers, as you can see here, which are called as dendrons. Okay, यहाँ तक. ठीक है? तो these structures are called as dendrons. These are the short fibers which arise from cyton. Okay? From the dendrons arise some branches which are called as dendrites. So these are called as dendrites. This is dendron, the short fiber from cyton, and from the dendron arises some more fibers or branches which are called as dendrites. Okay, so we have discussed 2 important parts, cyton and dendron. Cyton is the main part of neuron. Here it contains cytoplasm called as neuroplasm, and in the center there's nucleus. From the cyton arises dendron, and from the dendron arises dendrites. Okay, now there is a long fiber, as you can see here, pinkish structure, and in the center there is a fiber, long fiber, that it arises from the other end of cyton. From this side arises these dendrons and dendrites, and from this side arises a long fiber which is called as this axon. Okay, so this pinkish structure, it's a sort of case called as myelin sheath which covers this axon. Okay, so what's myelin sheath? Myelin sheath is nothing, it is just a case which is present around the axon. Okay, यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया pinkish color structure में. तो in between these parts there is present a space. These spaces are called as nodes of Ranvier. Okay, because there was a scientist who was called as Ranvier, named as Ranvier, and he discovered these nodes on axon. ठीक है? This is the longest fiber which arises from cyton. It's covered by means of a case which is called as myelin sheath, and in the myelin sheath there are present some interruptions, some nodes which are called as nodes of Ranvier. So then this axon ends in terminal knobs. These are some branches which are called as terminal knobs. So function of terminal knobs, myelin sheath and nodes of Ranvier is beyond the scope of your standard. You will inshallah study these things in your higher classes. So this time you just remember that a neuron has 3 parts: cyton, axon and dendron. Cyton is the main part. From the cyton arises some short fibers which are called as dendrons. From the dendrons arise dendrites. Okay, from the other side of cyton arise a long fiber which is called as axon. Axon is covered by means of a case which is called as myelin sheath. In the myelin sheath there are present some nodes which are called as nodes of Ranvier. So this is all about the structure of neuron. Hope you have understood. Now let's move towards the Know Your Scientist column of book. Here it is given on page number 46 of your book, Know Your Scientist. Name of the scientist here is Santiago Ramon y Cajal. ये वही साइंटिस्ट है जिसने डिस्कवर किया that spinal cord and brain is made up of neurons. इसने सबसे पहले बोला कि that the spinal cord and brain, which are the parts of nervous system, they are made up of neurons. Okay, so just remember the scientist because there are some facts, names of scientists, etc. You just have to memorize these things.